So guys, real quick, March 21st and 22nd is the next MSC Intensive. We go through the whole My Swing Evolution golf system. We learn how to hit the ball far. We go through my driving evolution and even hit the links every afternoon. So it's a great time. Hit me up, Christo@myswingevolution.com if you'd like to come on out in a couple weeks and join us. And I hope you really love this video about Payne Stewart and what makes his swing great. Now, a lot of people out there suffer from early extension. They suffer from a lack of lateral side bend. But we're limited in how much our spine can move. Mine isn't that flexible. And you see certain people like Lee Trevino or even Joaquin Neiman, and oh my gosh, they look like they're made out of rubber. That has a lot to do with the way your body clears through impact. And nobody really seems to talk about this very much. But I want golfers to know that that doesn't mean that you can't have a great golf swing, and it may even save your back in the long run because you're not compressing those discs so hard. But let's take a look at this wonderful golf swing, and I hope you hit them long and hit them straight. Hey guys, I want to start out with one of my golf swings. Now, this was a par 3, about 210 yards. I've got a 4-iron, and the reason why I want to highlight this swing is because some golf purists out there would probably say that I've got a major flaw in my golf swing. There's something that I just haven't been able to completely get rid of, yet I can still hit the ball pretty well. So let's take a look at this swing.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's all over it. Hold on. Hold on. Get in there. Shot. That's beautiful.
So pretty good golf swing, almost hold it out. And what I'm talking about is early extension. So let's take a look at this. On the way back, my hip gets deeper. That's exactly what I want. Now on the way down, I lose my tush line as I compress into the ground. Now, Ben Hogan did not do this. Lee Trevino did not do this. Those guys were amazing ball strikers. Now here we can see me at impact. My hips are clearing, my shoulders are turning a little bit, but what I don't have is very much lateral side bend. That is the key. Everybody's spine flexes to a certain degree, and I certainly don't have a lot of lateral side bend. If you look at somebody like Joaquin Neiman, or look at Lee Trevino, David Duval, these guys are going to clear their hips a ton, and they're going to maintain their tush line better because they have a lot of lateral flexibility in their spine. But if you watch me get through this ball, you know, you're just not going to see very much of it. So that brings me to Payne Stewart. Look at this lovely, silky golf swing. Let's watch it in slow motion. Okay, Payne Stewart. We're talking about a guy that won 3 major championships. He won the 89 PGA, 91 US Open, and he won the 99 US Open, sinking a 15-foot putt at Pinehurst to beat Phil Mickelson. This is one of the greatest ball strikers of the last 50 years. He was also very long, by the way. Payne Stewart could hit the ball a mile. So as we look at this golf swing, the first thing that I notice is the fluidity. This great classic swing motion, long and flowing. But what we're going to notice if we put a line here, we're going to notice that the great Payne Stewart has a little bit of early extension. So if we look at this impact position, that's kind of similar to me, you know. His back is kind of flat. He doesn't maintain his tush line, and he doesn't have very much lateral side bend. You know, that being said, he's still an amazing golfer. There's so much more to the golf swing than maintaining your tush line. Okay, now I'm going to be doing a series of videos on this subject because I do believe it's important to work on clearing your hips, but you have to remember not everybody's built the same, and you're probably not going to clear your hips the way some of these really young guys do on the PGA Tour. Now, this is my hero, Jack Nicklaus. Let's take a look at this real quick. Man, this guy could pound the ball. It was just ridiculous how hard he hit the golf ball. Now, let's put in a line here and take a look at my idol, Jack. His hips get deeper on the backswing, just like you might expect, but as he loads into the ground, he's going to do the same thing. He's going to lose that tush line. And as we look at impact now, Jack's pretty young here, and he's really clearing through the ball. He's still way off that tush line. But nobody back, 20 years ago was losing their mind about this stuff the way I see some people losing their mind today on the web. Now let's take a look at Payne's swing from the front angle. Beautiful classic swing in that flowing motion. We're going to see him lift that left heel. Look at this extension. This is why he hit the ball so darn far. His hands are a mile high. Very, very good. And he was a pretty tall guy to boot, so he had a huge arc. That allowed him to swing smoothly and just pound the ball. Now I want to point something out here. Let's take a look at where he is when he begins his backswing. You can see the fellow behind him with his arms crossed. Let's take a look at his lower body action. The top of the backswing, we can see both of those fellows behind him. This is pure classic swing here. Now let's watch this massive move on the downswing. You can't even see those two guys. I'm a believer in a lateral weight shift in the golf swing. As long as you don't let your head drift out too far in front of the ball and you return to where you were when you aimed the golf club, this kind of lateral motion is just fine. Now the last thing I'd like to point out is how he keeps that rear heel planted. I'm talking about this all the time. Don't let that rear heel pop up. Put your weight into it at the top of your backswing and watch his weight transfer as he rolls the ankles. See, that heel doesn't pop up. It just rolls to the inside and those knees kiss, really getting through the golf ball. Beautiful golf swing. So I want to leave you with that thought, and I just think watching this beautiful swing from Payne Stewart is worth observing in a nice montage. So I just got this massive box from the Ben Hogan Golf Equipment Company, and I don't know what's in it. So let's pop it open and see what we got. Oh, new Hogan staff bag, yeah! Now I've got a golf bag for my Fort Worth 15s and for my PTX Pros. So this is beautiful. Thank you, Ben Hogan Golf. Such a beautiful golf bag. It's been a dream of mine my whole life to work with this company. Hey guys, don't forget, if you want 10% off the best golf clubs in the business, you can use my link in the description box below at benhogangolf.com. Hi, I'm Christo Garcia, the founder of My Swing Evolution. A few years back, I picked up Ben Hogan's 5 Lessons book because I wanted to improve my golf game. Well, my golfing dreams came true. Today I'm sponsored by the Ben Hogan Golf Company. I've shot under par many times, and I even had the chance to play Ben Hogan in a Golf Channel special. So in this series, I'm going to take you through the most important lessons that I learned from Ben Hogan's famous book.